20 minutes resistance band and dumbbell balance and stability strength workout coming your way, all you need is a resistance band. So I'm demonstrating with monster bands or pull-up assist bands, but tube bands can also work, and a set of dumbbells. Now, if you don't have either of these, don't worry about it. I will show modifications for one or the other and both. Most importantly, we're building up our core strength that builds a strong foundation to build muscle upon safely. Our first exercise with a resistance band for our warm-up is a glute bridge with an external rotation. So come with me. So toes, knees, and hips in a nice straight line as we lie down on the floor. The elbows are in front, at the front of those rib cages, with our palms facing our body. Then as we lift our hips up into that glute bridge, back down, we pull that band apart, pointing our thumbs towards the floor. Elbows stay glued to those sides as you pull the band apart. You're gonna feel this working the glutes and waking up that core, as well as the back of those shoulder blades. These are important muscles for our shoulder girdle. 3 seconds, we're flipping over onto our hands and knees, going to a quadruped with an arm reach. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to make sure that we flex those feet and we have a nice neutral back. So that means we have a small arch in our low back and we have a gentle pulling on our belly button. As we reach one hand up, point that thumb up towards the ceiling. As we punch those hands through the floor to engage our chest, we're keeping that chin tucked and our head pushed back, so we maintain a neutral position on our back from head to hips. In 7 seconds, we're gonna stand up, get onto one foot for a single leg cobra with that resistance band. If you don't have a resistance band, go ahead and just use your body weight. So balancing on one foot, we're gonna hold a band in front of us, and then you're going to open your palm up towards the ceiling as we point a thumb behind us. We stay up nice and tall, chin tucked, head pushed back, squeezing our glutes, waking up that core and that balance. You're gonna feel this working along the back side at the bottom of that shoulder blade. Now, as I come closer, we're up tall, palm up, rotating, nice, slow, and controlled. The rest of my body stays nice and neutral as I pull into that band. 3 seconds, we're switching sides. Go ahead and balance on the opposite foot. Palm rotating up as we pull into that band. Nothing else moves, just that hand. If balance is a challenge for you, you can use a kickstand, but I want most of your weight on one side. All right, so we're squeezing those glutes, waking up that core, waking up those shoulder muscles, getting ready to work, feeling it work on the back side of those shoulder blades. This is not only gonna help those shoulders, but it's going to help your posture. 3 seconds, we're gonna bring that band in front of us. We're gonna go to a lunge with a row. 1 foot back, toes straight ahead, feet hip width apart. When we stand up, we're pulling that band apart and squeezing it towards our chest. So down into that lunge, up to balance again, pull that band apart. As you pull the band apart, you're pulling it towards the middle of your sternum. Bending those elbows, squeezing, gently squeezing the back behind you. All right, your shoulder blades together gently, but not enough that those shoulders roll forward. 7 seconds, we should be feeling nice and warm. Keep focusing on that position. Keep those feet moving. Our first exercise is with a resistance band. It's a single leg resistance band, alternating chest press. So balancing on one leg, we're gonna bring that resistance band behind our back, and then one arm at a time punches, pulls back and punches forward. We have 75 on, 15 off, aiming for 12 plus repetitions. If you have that resistance band, balance on one foot, punch those hands forward, and then one arm at a time back, and forth. Now again, you can do this body weight. You continue if you've got your resistance bands, but if you don't have the resistance bands, you can come down onto the floor into a declined position, hips up, glutes tight, so we're still engaging those. Push both dumbbells up in front of you and then drop one arm at a time down towards the floor. Elbow tapping and then big push back up and squeeze. Most important, no matter which one you're doing, the glutes stay tight. The one arm stays engaged, so you're engaging that chest the entire time, and the body is not rotating. All right, so the belly button stays pulled in, the core stays nice and tight, and you're not gonna forget which leg you're balancing on here, because in round 2, you're gonna do that opposite leg. Roll those shoulders down and back, chin tucked, head pushed back so we maintain that neutral position. 6 seconds. We've got a 15-second rest. Beautiful work. Pick up those dumbbells if you have them. We're going to a lateral lunge to balance. So I'm gonna choose to balance on the opposite leg here. I'm gonna step one foot out to the side so that my toes, knees, and hips are in a nice straight line. Push that foot through the floor and come back up to balance. Come with me, we've got 75 seconds to make it count. As I sit down into that leg, my chest stays up nice and tall. My belly button stays pulled in, and it's a quick squeeze on those glutes to work that balance. If you don't have dumbbells, again, body weight only is wonderful. Otherwise, you can use that resistance band, hold on to it. You step out to the side, push up into that band, and then come up into that balance position. So out to the side, stepping onto that band, push into that band, into that resistance, and then back to the middle into that balance position. Dumbbells or resistance bands, you're gonna feel the hips, the outside of those glutes work. I love to call it the side butt, the outside of your butt. Engaging that core, working that balance. 8 seconds. We keep the chest up nice and tall, almost there, sticking that landing. Beautiful work. Now we gotta even things out. We gotta work that back. And again, we're focused on no rotations. We've got a kneeling single arm row with those resistance bands. Knees under the hips, feet flexed, band in front. One arm at a time, pulling into that resistance band, pulling towards the middle of that chest. All right, big pull back and squeeze, feeling it work along the outside of those armpits. If you only have the dumbbells, you can go into a quadruped row. So dumbbells on the floor, knees bent, feet flexed, pull one arm at a time towards your torso, towards those hips. Gentle pulling on the belly button. Either way, our body is not rotating. We're exhaling as we pull the band or the dumbbell towards our body, keeping our core nice and stable. The only thing that's really moving is our arm. And make sure those shoulders stay down and back, because as we work back and chest, the chin's gonna wanna come forward. The shoulders wanna shrug up. Nice and controlled, under 10 seconds here. Big squeeze on that back. Yes. Now we're going to that opposite side. Lateral lunge to balance, just like we did on the opposite leg, whether it's dumbbells or resistance band. 2 seconds, come with me. Out to the side, toes, knees, hips, balance for control. Isn't it the way it works? As soon as you get doing something with dumbbells in your hands, your nose gets itchy. So out to the side, line it up, toes, knees, hips. If you have a hard time telling if you're in good alignment in that lateral lunge, go ahead and turn on the video function on your phone or a computer. This acts just like a mirror. Line up those feet, those knees and hips, whether it's adjusting so that that knee doesn't squeeze out or in, or feeling it work a little bit more in the side of those hips, those glutes. Working that balance and stability as we teach those hips to balance faster. This helps prevent injury. This helps prevent pain, and this keeps our body in kinetic balance. 2 seconds. Round 1 complete, guys. Beautiful work. Balance and stability, these higher repetitions. 2 rounds is enough to really see progress through our core. Single leg, alternating, resistance band chest press. Punch those hands forward, and then 1 arm at a time back. Don't forget you can use that declined dumbbell chest press here. As you bend that elbow, that hand pulls away from your body so that hand and elbow stay nice and stacked. As you push forward, you can bring those hands together in front to get a little extra work on that chest. Again, we stay up nice and tall. Chin tucked and head pushed back. Think about your posture. Stand tall, be proud, and work as many muscles as possible. Belly button gently pulled in, squeezing the glutes with those toes pointed forward. Exhale as you punch forward and squeeze. 15 seconds. This second round is gonna creep up on you. You're feeling it work. In the shoulders, the chest, the backs of your arms. There you have it. Dumbbell or resistance band. Lateral lunge to balance. I'm gonna work on the opposite leg first here since I just stood on the opposite leg. Come with me. Out to the side. Toes, knees, hips, straight line, whoop. And even I begin to wobble. You're going to have those moments where you have to take a second to catch that balance, and that's okay. As you sit down into that lateral lunge, try to keep that chest up nice and tall. It's not about reaching your dumbbells towards the floor. And remember, if that balance is tough, you can come to that kickstand and then even come up into that balance afterwards. But control. Think about form first and then adding that weight, and sit down deep. Dig down deep because you've already started round 2. And this is 2 of 2 rounds here. So finish strong, under 20 seconds. Big squeeze on that bum to catch that balance. 8 seconds, just 2 more repetitions. Feel the burn, embrace it, last one. There it is. We're going to that kneeling, single arm banded row. Remember, you can do this as a quadruped row as well with dumbbells. On those hands and knees, if you will. Either way, our feet are flexed. We're pushing those toes through the floor. We're squeezing the glutes. And we're pulling that resistance band. If you're doing the resistance band, you're pulling towards the base of those ribs, bending that elbow, squeezing the back, just outside on the outside of those armpits. Stay up nice and tall and long, and don't let that body rotate. You want to make sure you find that neutral back position, chin tucked and head pushed back, so we're neutral from head to hips. We support that spine. Exhale as you squeeze. If you're doing that quadruped, you're pulling more towards your hip. so we don't get any funny business on those shoulders, because it's about being healthy and being safe as we exercise, building strength and stability. 2 seconds, one last one. Yes. Dumbbell lateral lunge to balance. One last round. This is it. Finishing your 20-minute strength. 2 seconds. Here we go. Out to the side, and you can bring that foot slightly forward if it helps you sit down deeper into that lateral lunge. It's not about reaching all the way to the floor. There should be no low back pain in this position as you go down. Chest stays up tall. I even want you to think about where your head position is. When I go into that lateral lunge, I'm looking about 3 or 4 feet in front of me. So it keeps my head again in a neutral position. This keeps my upper back relaxed, so I don't have that pain where we carry all of our stress. It's really just bad head position. Well, it contributes. Bad posture, bad head position. So focus on your alignment from toes, knees, hips, shoulders, head. Control on that home stretch, building balance, building strength. 7 on the home stretch. This is it. One last one. There you have it. Go ahead and put down those dumbbells. We're gonna go to that cool down and stretch. We're gonna start with a hip stretch for our front of our hips down into those thighs. Feet hip width apart. We're gonna flex that back foot. If you're on a hard floor, feel free to use a pillow, blanket, or a mat. All we're doing is squeezing the glutes, tucking the hips under. Feel that stretch on the front of that thigh, on the front of that hip. If you want to take it further, you can reach up towards the ceiling. Even add that small lean to the side. Enjoy this stretch. These muscles get very tight day to day from everything we do. And big deep breath in. The hard work is over. You get to stretch out those tight muscles. Hold that stretch until you no longer feel that deep stretching sensation. Otherwise, go ahead and switch sides. Opposite leg on the ground. Squeeze the glutes. Reach up towards the ceiling. Small lean to the side. Control your breathing. Shoulders away from those ears as you reach up. We stay up nice and tall. You're not on the Titanic. You're not a noodle. We're strong as we just finished yet another strength workout working towards your goals. Great work. Nice control. Since we did work a lot of balance and glutes, we're actually going to go to some hamstring kicks. So legs are going to go nice and straight. We're going to lie down on our back. We're going to bring our opposite hand. It's going to go across our leg. We're going to grab the outside back. This is going to bring the knees slightly across the body. Go ahead and kick the leg as if you're kicking over the opposite shoulder. Hold for a 3 count and then nice, slow, controlled back down. Big kick up. Foot relaxed. Hips flat on the floor. Really big stretch to the outside back of that leg. This kick and stretch is really good, not just for stretching our hamstrings, but for calming our hamstrings down. All right, so they work less, which helps our glutes work a little bit more. Go ahead and switch sides. Big kick like you're kicking a ball over the opposite shoulder, and then release back down. Ideally, you're gonna kick until you no longer feel that stretching sensation in the back of that thigh. If these are new to you, it may take some time, but it's really, really good to calm those hamstrings. It's gonna help your feet straighten out. It's gonna help you get into better knee alignment, and it's gonna help you build better glutes and better core for heavier lifts and a healthier body. All right, less pain, more strength, more health and fitness goals, whatever that might mean for you. I hope you feel challenged. I hope you found some balance in motion with Kinetic Balance Fitness. Thank you for joining me. Please leave comments, ask questions, let me know how I can help you more. I am always looking for ways to improve. Find me on Facebook at Kinetic Balance Fitness, on YouTube as well, and never hesitate to reach out via email, kinetic-balance-fit@gmail.com. Feel strong, find your balance in motion, life, and health. Thanks for joining me.